Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Nurshafika binti Zulkarnain with matric number of 059075. So my research title is Universitas Students' Perception of Online Learning Towards Their Proficiency in English. So there are 3 articles that I have reviewed. This is the first article that I have reviewed, which is Oral Language Proficiency in Distant English Language Learning by Jared Markham and Yong Hee Kim. So the purpose of this study is to determine on how well an online distance learning program can aid students in improving their oral English language skills as they get ready to enroll in university. So the theory used in this research is Moore's transactional distance theory. So there are a few research questions and it includes: can students participating in an online distance English language program significantly improve their oral proficiency? There are 65 respondents for this research from 18 different countries enrolled in this course, with 56 completing. So 45 students from 15 countries complete OPIC pre-test and post-test. So 53 students complete one or more course activity surveys, and out of the 45 students that complete the pre-test and post-test, 44 of them fill out the course activity surveys. The methods used in the study is qualitative and quantitative. So qualitative data is used to test hypotheses and draw conclusions about the data. Meanwhile, quantitative data were used to summarize and describe the data, including measure of central tendency such as mean and median, and measures of variability such as standard deviation and range. So the authors use various types of measures to collect the data. For example, self-assessment, pre and post-test, instructor evaluations, and observation. By using a combination of these measures, the authors were able to collect comprehensive data on the oral language proficiency of English learners in distance learning environments. So the study's finding provided evidence that English learners can improve their oral language proficiency through distance learning programs, and identify factors such as self-assessment scores and age that may impact language proficiency. So therefore, the findings did answer the research question and provided valuable insights into the effectiveness of distance learning programs for English language learners. For the critics, this study did not explore the impact of other factors that may impact oral language proficiency, such as socioeconomic status or prior language learning experience. Further research is needed to fully understand the effectiveness of these programs and to explore the impacts of other factors in order to acquire language proficiency. Moving on to the second article, which is the second language learning in the technology-mediated environments. For this article, the purpose of the study is to concentrate on the potential of technology as a potent tool for second language instruction and the challenge of preparing our teachers in its instructional application. So basically, this paper focuses on teachers, but I think I can review it because that way I will also have the point of view from teachers. So the research question for this article is: how does media technology gives impact in second language learning, and how much media technology assists learners in acquiring language skills? So in this study, it includes a theory, which is technology acceptance model, which I also use in my study. So for the method, they use qualitative by assessing to past studies related to the topic. For the critics, this study actually lacks many things because it only refers to past studies relating to the topic. They didn't do any research by themselves, but only take example from past studies. So they lack evidence to support their claims. So another limitation of the article is that it is heavy focus on the benefits of technology-mediated language learning, with little discussion of potential drawbacks or challenges. So while the author acknowledged some limitations and challenges, such as the need for reliable internet access and potential distractions, more thorough discussion of the potential drawbacks and limitation of technology in language learning would make the article more balanced and comprehensive. So additionally, the article would benefit from more specific examples of how technology can be used in language learning, along with a more in-depth analysis of how these technologies actually can effectively enhance language learning outcomes. Move on to the third article that I have reviewed, which is Willingness to Communicate and Second Language Proficiency, a correlational study by Purnapit Darasawang and Hayu Rindes. The purpose of this study is to examine the relationship between willingness to communicate, or WTC, and second language L2 proficiency among English language learners in a university in Thailand, and to identify any factors that may impact this relationship. The study aims to contribute to the existing literature on WTC and L2 proficiency, and to provide insights into the potential benefits of promoting WTC and to improve the L2 proficiency. So the research question of this article is: how does media technology gives impact in second language learning, and how much media technology assists learners in acquiring language skills? So the method used in this research is qualitative, and it includes a theory, which is technology acceptance model, which I also use in my study, in my research. How does the authors conduct this study? So they use questionnaires and standard English proficiency tests to analyze the data. So in the questionnaire, they included demographic information such as age and gender, while they used ANOVA to identify the strength of the relationship between WTC and L2 proficiency and any significant difference between the groups. So The study concludes by summarizing the main findings, highlighting the implication for language educators, and suggesting direction for future research. The measures that they use is questionnaire and proficiency test. The questionnaire consists of 24 items adapted from previous studies and was designed to assess the participants' attitude, motivation, and anxiety towards communicating in English. Meanwhile, the proficiency test was used the test of English for international communication, or TOEIC, listening and reading test, which is a widely recognized and standardized test of English language proficiency that assess listening and reading skills. It also has its own weaknesses, and the most obvious one is that the study was conducted in a single university in Thailand, which limits the generalizable of the results to other contexts and population. So the next weakness of the study is that the authors did not explore the potential impact of cultural and linguistic background on the relationship between WTC and L2 proficiency, which could be an interesting avenue for their future research. The next weakness is this study relies on self-report data, which may be subject to social desirability bias, and result may not be as accurate as the participants' actual language abilities.